really haven't. I don't want to say, we've just been kind of, just pushing our way through. We've had some physical games, but we haven't really been, battle testing. I think, we're actually excited to have a situation where that's going to happen. We've been waiting to see, what we're like, through 4 quarters of a football game, and we want to accept that challenge.
When you say you haven't been battle tested, does that create some uncertainty whether?
Not at all. Like I said, it's a challenge. We like to embrace challenges. We always talk about attacking the day, and that's one thing we're going to do. We're not going to back down from any fight, and we're just ready to play a good football team, and it's just one of the games that we've been looking forward to in the schedule.
What kind of challenge is this quarterback and this offense for defending?
They work well. He makes them right all the time. They got a powerful running game. He can also make things happen. He can also run the ball. He'll keep it. Like I said, we faced good quarterbacks in the past. They've got a pretty complete offense, and we just have to assess every situation and just kind of know, all the things that they do before they do them in the game.
Jonathan, you've already talked a couple times about when you saw this game on the schedule. This is Georgia's first trip to LSU in 10 years, and they're not going back for maybe 12 or so. Do you wish you had more of these kind of games against the West where you play a Bama and A&M and LSU?
You always hear, the West is always, the stronger side of the SEC and everything like that. So it's always good to mix stuff up and, just kind of play each other, like, different teams and, just to mix up the schedule a little bit. We like to play different teams, and we like to even play teams across different conferences, because, a lot of schools have good football teams, and, there's great players everywhere, and we just like to, mix up the competition, have a good time, and just, of course, play the game of football.
As a player, would you be in favor of the ninth conference game? Kirby came out and talked about that, so there could be more LSUs. It'd be one less home game against the bye team, maybe. But would you trade that home game against a bye opponent for another SEC road game in a different stadium?
If I had another year, I would. But unfortunately, I'll be going. But I'm definitely excited for the young guys that will still be here after me, just to be able to continue to showcase their talents against other great teams. That'll be a great opportunity. And I don't see why we couldn't do something like that.
How unique is LSU's offense from what you've seen? I guess they're trying to introduce more spread elements, but at the end of the day, they're still a downhill, run right at your team.
That's kind of what you're seeing in the game anyway. Even in the SEC, we always, the SEC's always priding themselves on running the football, but they're starting to do more things, and just kind of just spread out their offensive, just to have more ability to create more plays and just create more space, and spread defenses out a little bit more, just to create more running holes. And it always gets back to running the ball though, in the end. But you just want to have diversity, in your offenses, just so you're not predictable.
In terms of LSU kind of starting a stretch where y'all were ranked team after ranked team after ranked team. I know the preparation's the same, but what are the difficulties in having to turn on it so quick until you have the week again?
Honestly, you just want to make sure everyone's healthy. You're getting in that stretch of the season where, guys are getting a little banged up, guys are hurt, guys are just bruised up, not necessarily injured, but just kind of, the bodies are taking some wear and tear, and, you just have to make sure, you're getting in your treatment, you're getting in that cold tub, you're getting your legs back after a tough game. Sometimes you got to play more snaps than you usually do in different games. You don't know how the ball position is going to be on offense or defense, so you just want to make sure you get everybody to the game. You're still practicing physical, and that you're not necessarily changing anything that you did in those games in the beginning of the season. You want to continue to, like you said, have those same type of preparation. You want to continue to prepare the same way, just so you can continue to play the same way.
You guys are ranked number 2, undefeated. Are you surprised there's this many questions about Georgia? And, people are wondering how you're going to do. You played some pretty good football.
It's kind of crazy. Every year it's kind of like that. It doesn't matter, what the record is. Georgia's always, has the questions asked about them. I don't know why, but we're always glad to answer them. We don't necessarily like to talk much. We never really been, kind of a smack talking team. We just kind of go out and, on Saturdays, we just do what we do. We let our, playing speak for itself.
Kirby said that the players don't care where he's coached or played, but he had a 12-tackle game in Baton Rouge. When you've got a football coach that's been all SEC, does it make a difference for players?
It does. I think, he has that experience, and he just kind of understands, what these games mean, what they're like, and he just wants, he stresses, of course, what it means to him and, what it should mean to us and, where our minds should be at, even in the beginning of the week, even yesterday, we had meetings after our workout, and we stayed here for a little while just talking, just about our team, what we want to be, where we want to go, and just what it's going to take. And it's just kind of those things that, just help build a stronger team, build a brotherhood.
Do you
Jordan Davis is still going to be getting scout team work, or is he going to be just with you guys?
I think it's safe to say after you know his last game, he's going to be definitely running with us a little bit more.
You think so?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm proud of him. He's doing extremely well, and he's worked hard, and he's come a long way. You know, most people don't really know, but he's definitely come a long way.
What